Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
Canada will need a really good bounce back performance today against Finland to boost their confidence going into the knockout stage. The last time we were here, it was not pretty against the United States. 5-0 Canada lost. So today's game is rather important, even though the competition is not the same as the United States. They cannot take this game lightly. We need a solid effort here just to show all of us Canadians and show themselves that they still got it, that they are still the defending gold medal champions. We are underway here in Milano Cortina 2026 and here on SDPN, hanging out with you very early. And I'm so happy we got the Olympics and these kind of wonky stream times, because it gives people an opportunity who are in different time zones, or even if you're in the Eastern time zone or one of the North American time zones, to catch this at a different time. You know, like people over in Europe, whatever time it is there, you get, and it's an 8:30 Eastern time, whatever time it is there. I'm glad you get to tune in for an SDPN stream. It's really cool, and we only get this once every 4 years because we don't get normal games at these hours. Hopefully now the NHL is committed to the Olympics. We'll have these once every 4 years because we haven't had this in so long. So this is awesome. I'm happy that you're here hanging out with me. Shout out everybody in the chat. Adam is streaming at 6 a.m. tomorrow. If you want to be up even earlier watching the YouTubes, you can tune in to Adam at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We have a puck into the bench as we've got a slow start here. No shots on goal quite yet. And Renee Debian is in goal for Team Canada. I know Robert Malloy is going to hate that because Robert's a Emrance Mashmeyer believer. But I think Canada will be just fine for this one at least. We'll see when they get to the elimination games who they decide to go with. But for right now, for today, it's an Debian game. Canada picked up a silver medal in moguls. I missed their name. Sorry, I'm not familiar with everybody on Team Canada on the moguls teams. Can somebody drop me in the chat the moguls gentleman who picked up a silver medal? Mikhail something. Kingsbury, that's it. Mikhail Kingsbury. Thank you, Hockey 9462. Mikhail Kingsbury. Moguls. Robert Malloy says, Kingsbury, my goat, on the SDPN chat. No shots on goal here still. Finland goaltender playing the puck behind the net after Canada dumps it in. There's a little steal there. It's Blair Turnbull grabbing the puck. She can't do anything with it, though. Canada loses a puck battle. Puck goes back the other way, and that's going to be icing. So we have a stoppage here. As I was mentioning, very happy about these times that we get to stream because different people around the world get to tune in to streams at different times. Let me know what time zone you're watching in. Are you watching in some different region where it's more convenient? We have Slinging Eve from the Netherlands. That's what I like to hear. All around the world, people tuning in because the Olympics, global sporting. There's a shot by Canada that does not get through. Another shot from deep that goes wide of the net. That was Gardner trying to make a play on that shot that could not get through the Finnish bodies in front. Watching from the UK, currently 1:30, says Steve. Lunchtime hockey. We got Jer in the chat saying, let's go Team Finland. Ooh. We have our first shot on goal here. Finland breaks the 0-0 draw in shots on goal as they get the first one of the game. Canada, though, with the puck in the offensive zone. Passing it back to the blue line. One-timer shot blocked out in front. Darryl Watts can't make that one-timer, but Canada regrouping here. Trying to get some offense going. There's a nice little deke by Serafilier, but it doesn't generate a shot on goal. Oh, my goodness. Serafilier going right around the defender. She can't get to the net, though. Bailey says, if it makes anybody feel better, I was up at 6 this morning to watch the Swiss-France game, but to no avail. I was watching a bit of that Swiss-France game. Shout out France for like making it a thing. It's not over yet, right? I switched over to the feed here for this game, obviously, so I didn't catch the end of that third period. I know it's 2-0 for Switzerland, and Texier's putting his country on his back. Stoppage of play. Hey, there it is. Shot on goal for Team Canada. Blaine Turnbull charging to the net. Shot up high on the goaltender. And Canada breaks the seal. They got a couple shots now. They're counting 2 shots there. So there you go. 2 shots in that one play. The shot and the rebound. And we have a 2-1 shot advantage for Team Canada. Oh, it's 4-0? Travis O'Halloran says 4-0 for the Swiss against France. Dang. I was hoping that game would have been like how it was yesterday with Italy. What an unbelievable game by Italy there. Playing out of their mind. Well, their goaltender really playing out of his mind. And then he goes out, gets injured, and they can't quite do it. Watching Adam stream that yesterday was so much fun. Oh, shout out Steven Schiller, who's here in Central Time, so it's even earlier. Anybody on the West Coast where it's 5:30 in the morning? Maybe you're waking up, getting ready for work, and you've thrown me on. Good morning. Let me know what you're having for breakfast. I think we can have a little breakfast talk here, even though probably if you are on the East Coast and you're on your way to work, you've probably already had your breakfast and everything. Let's eat like breakfast at your desk or something. Or you eat breakfast on the bus. But let me know what you had for breakfast. I am notoriously not a breakfast person. I do not eat breakfast. I like coffee for breakfast, and that's it. I have my black coffee in front of me, and that is my breakfast. 20 gifted in the chat, Robert. Okay, hold on. There we go. We got Jer. I'm going to mess up your last name. Pesonin13. While you send me your breakfast comments, Jer gifted 20 SDP VIP memberships. That is unbelievable. I'm going to give you a little confetti here. I'm going to bring out a round of applause. Thank you so much for that. If you received one of those gifted memberships, please thank them in the chat. That is the least you can do, because now you are an SDP VIP subscriber if you received one of those 20 gifted memberships. And that gives you an extra episode of the CD and Go podcast every single week. Here's Team Canada entering the zone with speed. There's a shot on goal. Cannot find its way through. And now a shot from distance by Sophie Jakes. And it's an easy glove. I'm going to try and say the goalie's name. The Finnish goalie's name. Ahola? Is that how you say it? It's probably wrong. I've been terrible at these names so far, this Olympic tournament. They have the little thing on the Olympic website where you can hear the athletes say their names. That's awesome. Steeson says, the difference is Italy rules and France drools. Talking about France and Italy and the performance yesterday by Italy, which was unreal. MJ, 5:30 over here. Tim's breakfast wrap plus an iced chai latte. I love a chai latte. Chai lattes are unreal. Dakota had leftover pasta. That's a good breakfast. Here's a Steve Dangle podcast listener. Jay the Machine says, your favorite sugary cereal with a donut. Yes, I did have a rant over the Christmas break about how I hate the idea of breakfast and how people have sugary cereals for breakfast. It's ridiculous. They're showing the highlights here of when Finland beat Canada at the World Championships in 2019? That was not a great performance by Canada. So this Finnish program, it's nothing to take lightly here. Mary says, breakfast, coffee with a side of coffee. I'm right there with you, Mary. It's really filled up to the top. Fantastic. Sophie Jakes with another shot from just inside the blue line. Easy save by Ahola. I'm gonna be laughing at myself trying to pronounce anything all day long. Canada tries to center it, but squeaks out to center. And now it's a race back for the puck. Finland comes away with it here. A shot in front. Dabian with the save. Tough little knuckler. My goodness, that was dangerous. That was a big rebound. Knuckler of a shot. Robert Malloy having for breakfast coffee and Lucky Charms. You know I support the coffee. You know I don't support the Lucky Charms. The Swiss goalie today, 4-0 shutout over France. Oldest goaltender in Olympic history via Elliot Friedman. In the NHL Olympic era, with a shutout. 27 saves. And Switzerland face Canada tomorrow. That's at 3:10 Eastern. Steve Dangle will be streaming that tomorrow. He'll also be streaming today because Canada kicks off their action at 10:30, I think it is. Canada here taking the puck behind their own net. They are trying to break out. Sarah Nurse can't get the puck out of the zone. My goodness. Sarah Nurse gets tracked down by the Finnish player, and it leads to a shot on goal for Finland after all of that commotion along the boards, and Dabian has to make another save with her glove. Wow. Neon Trish says, I drink a cold glass of water for breakfast. King James says, been at work since 7:30, streaming SDPN all day long. Yes, today is a 3-stream day. Everybody's going to be live. Myself, Adam Wilde, and Steve Dangle. Shout out Matt, who just finished a midterm, now watching the stream until the next one. I hope you did well in your midterm, Matt. We're rooting for you. We have I can't say your name. I can't say your name. Do you want me to say your name? Bigger Junior, 3613. I don't swear on my live stream, so I think that counts as vulgar. I'm gonna give you a little confetti though for your super chat. I appreciate the super chat. Who do you like to score in the men's game today? Connor McDavid. I think Connor gets a goal. How can we not have Connor open the scoring? So I want Connor McDavid to get a goal. Let's see. I think something from the back end. So Kale and Connor would be my two. If I had to put bets anywhere on who's going to score today for Team Canada, I put one on Kale and one on Connor. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Keep sending in your breakfasts. I will read them throughout our early morning stream here. Maybe it's not early for you. Maybe it's even earlier for you. But yeah, we are not usually live at these hours. Thank goodness for the Olympics. Canada here sending that puck in behind the net. They can't come away with it on the dump and chase as Finland is able to get that puck and head over to the other side of the ice where they entered the blue line successfully. Is that going to be a tripping call on Canada? No. Looks like the player fell on their own. But nice little cycle here by Finland. I need my breakfast here. Sip of coffee. Finland here looking a little dangerous. They play with speed. This is a quick team. There's a shot from the point that's blocked by Canada, and they are going the other way. And oh no. Sarah Fillier with speed, and Canada comes in offside. Dang. They've done that a couple times. ABC says half a grilled chicken sandwich from last night and pre-workout. Did we got another super chat? Oh, let me get this clock going. Clock's a little ahead. Let's pause that. Steeson says, get that goalie on Team Italy stat. He's a paisan. Yeah, unreal performance. Unreal performance by Italy yesterday. We have another super chat. Sorry, I'm just trying to run through all the super chats here. Sweden 4-0 over France. It is final now. It is a final. And we have a stoppage here at 8:07. Emma Malte convening with Spooner and Nurse to what they're going to do off this face-off draw here. Friend of the Steve Dangle podcast, Emma Malte. We are rooting for her. We need a Malte goal. We're rooting for the whole team, but especially Emma. We need to see those low legs churn, generate a goal here for Canada. Tight game so far. It's been pretty even, I think, in terms of possession. It leaned a little bit towards Canada for sure, but pretty even game. Scoring chances. Both teams have had their fair share of lukewarm scoring chances. Nothing too high danger. Both goalies have been solid in their positions. It's going to be icing? Icing on Canada. Yeah, they send that all the way down. All right, they need to win this face-off draw here as we have an icing. It's coming back to the other end. Good morning, Austin Fisher. Good morning. One thing I want to do, Damian Clara, goalie for goalie yesterday. Unreal performance. One thing I want to do is I have a whiteboard, and I think we got to play some games here. Some games on the whiteboard. Finland here regrouping as the puck left the zone. They can't break the line as Canada doing some great work in the neutral zone. They're able to come away with that puck. Shot on goal goes wide. Shot on goal is blocked. Finland's doing a good job blocking these shots. Canada's doing the right thing and throwing the puck on net, but Finland's doing really good clogging up the middle and blocking a lot of these shots. Here's a little bit of pressure from Canada. There's Blair Turnbull coming in. Shot on goal, does not get through. And now the puck squirts out. Finland's coming up the other end. That's a shot by Leikola. Debian with the save. Huge save. I'm talking about high danger scoring chances. There's one for Finland. Point blank shot. Pretty much one-on-one with the goaltender. Debian, huge save. Wow. Canada playing with fire early on here. Chance at one end for Turnbull. Chance for Finland at the other end. Great save, ARD. That's a missed play by the Finnish defender there. And that gives Canada an opportunity here to come up the other way. Kristen O'Neill takes that puck after the Finnish defender misses it. That's a goal! Gardner with the shot out, with the shot in front. The shot out in front. As the defender missed that puck, Kristen O'Neill gets on it, makes a nifty play along the boards, passes the puck in front, one more pass to Gardner, who's jumping up in the rush. Beautiful goal over the blocker. Canada opens the scoring, 1-0. Beautiful. Beautiful there. That goal is officially Kristen O'Neill from Gosling, and Jen Gardner finishes it off for the 1-0 lead for Team Canada. Unreal. One more time if we can get that. Oh, if we can get that goal horn. There it is. There it is. That Finnish defender, that's a pretty big guffaw to just like completely whiff on a easy pass. Like on a pass you should have 100 times out of 100 if you're playing at this level. You're swinging a miss on it, and then it leads to a goal. Like, unfortunate there that she's got to wear that, but it is what it is. Beautiful stuff by Canada there. Great play by Kristen O'Neill to really hustle on that. Kristen O'Neill, love that hustle. Love Jen Gardner getting back and knowing where to go. Julia Gosling as well making the setup pass after O'Neill gets her the puck. That's a fourth line goal, right? That's technically the fourth line for Team Canada. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to be opening Tim Hortons hockey cards here. I have a lot of packs. I have a lot of packs with me. At the first intermission, before we get to our intermission content, this will be your pre-intermission content. So Once the buzzer hits, we're going to be opening Tim Hortons Team Canada hockey cards. The 25-26 Collectors Series. I'm going to do 3-pack openings again, I think. I did 3 last stream. We did not get a donut card. I'm a big fan of Boston cream donuts from Tim Hortons. Not for breakfast, though. Eat them in the afternoon like a real person. Me, guy who doesn't like breakfast. So I'm going to be looking for the donut card, but I also will be looking for a signed Sidney Crosby card that they have. I did the fanning all right. I can't really hold it. A signed Sidney Crosby card. There are 87 of those available in Canada. A signed Nathan McKinnon card. There are 29 of those available. And there are, I believe, 200 $50 Tim Hortons gift cards. Head down to your local Tim Hortons. Pick up a pack of hockey cards. Hockey cards are fun. Remind me of being a child again, ripping those packs, trying to find your favorite players. All right, we're back in action here. Puck has been dropped. Canada does not come away with it after Finland's able to get it back out to center ice. ABC says, is the donut card shaped like a donut? It's actually a gold card, I think, is what it looks like. It's like a gold donut card. They should have made it shaped like a donut. That'd be fun. A little circle card in your thing. That'd be awesome. We haven't found it yet. So who knows? Maybe you can eat it. Maybe you can actually eat the card. They haven't confirmed that. Don't try and eat them. This is not legal advice. Don't eat your donuts. Or don't eat your donuts. Don't eat your donut cards. We are 2 minutes left in the first period. Canada is able to stop that little pressure by Finland and take the puck the other way. A little bit of a charge there by Laura Stacey. Brings that puck in. Renata Fast doing a little board work there. Puck squirts loose and Canada can't hold it. And we're back at center ice. Laura Stacey again. There's a shot on goal. Sorry, that shot was there by Renata Fast, who's always great at entering joining up in the rush. Renata Fast, one of my favorite players in the P-Dub. Puck-moving defenseman, always ready to join the rush. The way she's excels at her zone entries, it's better than anybody else in the league. She's the best, in my eyes, she's the best defender in women's hockey right now, Renata Fast. And I'm so thankful that Canada has her. Because she's been able to generate offense from the back end like nobody else on this team. All right, under a minute to go. Super chat. Steeson says, and it's worth more than Nikki's gold card. Donut card's the most valuable, let's be honest. Ella Shelton can't beat the goaltender. It's probably the last opportunity there for Canada before the end of this first period. Yeah, we're going to get to the first intermission here as time is expiring as they clear the puck. And we are done with the first period. Madison Lee, hello Madison, thank you for joining the stream. Was Jen Gardner the first person to goal? Jen Gardner did score the first goal of the game for Team Canada. That's why it is 1-0 right now. It was a great play by Kristen O'Neill to find Julia Gosling, who then found Jen Gardner, who then ripped a shot over the blocker side of the goalie, went right over the shoulder into the top corner there, and Canada's up 1-0. They've looked okay, and no complaints with that first period. The Finnish team isn't, the Finnish team has a good program. This isn't that lesser of competition. There's clearly a drop-off between the USA and Canada and the rest of the nations, but the Finnish team is right there amongst the good program, so this isn't going to be a 7-0 rout. That's not what our expectations should be. We expect Canada to play a solid game, get a couple of goals, hopefully walk away with a victory here early morning on a Thursday. Thank you for joining me on this early morning. I've been having my coffee, you've been having your breakfast, and letting me know what breakfast you are eating here this morning, or what you have already eaten. Or if it's in a different time zone, what you had many hours ago because it's the afternoon. Canada picked up a silver medal in moguls earlier. They're showing some of the snowboarding big final. What is it? Snowboarding something big. I don't know what the snowboarding terms are. What is the snowboarding acronym? Anyways, we'll figure it out. They're showing that during intermission. I got to open some hockey cards for you. Right here. The SBX Big Final. Can somebody drop that in the chat what that means? Snowboarding cross final. Right? Snowboarding big final. Snowboarding cross big final. Canada comes in second! Yeah! Let's go! Silver medal, Canada! I'm going to play the goal button. We get a round of applause. We get a dancing raccoon. We get a little confetti. Canada picks up the silver medal in snowcross, as Rick says in the chat. The final. What a race. I should have done play-by-play of that race. I was just watching. I was mesmerized. I know so little about snowboarding. I didn't even know the name of this competition, but that's the fun of the Winter Games. You watch something once every 4 years, and you're hooked. This is awesome. What a performance by that Canadian snowboarder. All right. Hockey cards. Tim Hortons hockey cards. Pick them up at your local Tim Hortons. We are looking for a signed Sidney Crosby card. We're looking for a signed Nathan McKinnon card or donut. I'm going to do a secret. This is the one on the back. I don't know what it is. We're pulling it. Dylan Cousins, who's played the World Championships in 24, 22, 21, 20, and the Under-18 World Championships in 2019. This is a base card. We got a Dylan Cousins base card. Now, I've been told the really special cards are in the middle. So I'm going to pull this one from the top here. We're going to see what that is. That is a Luke Schenn base card. Luke Schenn, a member of Team Canada in 2013, 2012, 2011, 2009, 2008. I haven't pulled a Luke Schenn card yet. That's awesome. Okay. Our first ever Luke Schenn card. And last, what is this? It's a special card. We got a duos. Hey, okay, so the duos are pretty rare. This is a really rare card. I think they're 1 in 25? There might be 1 in 25 odds to get these. Holy crap. Because we got one before. We got a Sarah Nurse and Natalie Spooner card. And this time we have Jonathan Marchessault and Mark Stone. So can you see? Oh, there you go. Can you see that? Can you see the holographic? There you go. That's Mark Stone and Jonathan Marchessault together on the card. Hey, we pulled something rare. This is pretty awesome. I can do this all day looking at this holographic thing go back and forth. Woo! But I won't do it all day because we have a clip to play for this first intermission. Here is us on the Steve Dangle podcast previewing one of the teams for the upcoming men's side of the bracket. I don't think this team has played yet. Let's take a look at the clip, and I will be back right after this.
Let's move on to Team Finland. So this team is a lot deeper than you would expect. Instantly, what pops out to you about Team Finland is the fact that Barkov isn't playing. But I look down the center and I'm like, well, yeah, it'd be way better to have him here.
Yeah,
but
you
they're
could
not
bump Eric Hall out.
But they're not doing so bad, right? This team is just, I think that the B division with Sweden and Finland in it, along with Slovakia, is going to be a very tough division. So you got Granlund, who's the captain at left, Hintz center, Rantanen right, Lehkonen, Aho, Teravainen, Luosterainen, Lundell, of course, the two Florida guys, and Capo Caco, Tolvanen, Halla, and Yoel Armia. Those are the top 12 as of right now. And then on defense, you're going to have Lindell Heiskanen, which is obviously the Dallas pair, which is perfect. Nico Mikkola. They have so many Panthers on this team. That's scary. Rasmus Ristolainen. Olli Mata, who's, as Steve said, guy who's had great guy career. And Henry Jokiharju, who was left off the Four Nations team last year, was the only full-time Finnish defenseman who was, but he's there. Oliver Kapanen, Joel Kiviranta, and Montempalo are the extras along with Lettinen. And in goal, Soros, Lankinen, Korpisalo. So let's start it up front. That's a pretty damn good group. They're going to be feisty, I think. They're going to score, but they're going to be not fun to play against.
No, not at all. There's a couple players I look at immediately, and I'm like, okay, you need to be game breakers for this group. And this is definitely Galaxy branding it, but I don't care. It's the two Seattle Kraken players. Capo Caco's job is to be Brad Marchand here, because Luosterainen, Lundell, Marchand was the line that turned around the Panthers playoff last year, and they were able to go on to a cup. Like Paul Maurice likes to talk about the fourth line from that series against Toronto. The fourth line was incredible, but the big change was putting Lundell on the Matthews line instead of Barkov. So Caco's got to kind of model his game after that. And Eli Tolvanen is having a ridiculously underrated season, and he's been a jerk for everyone to play against. Beyond that, you try to be annoying, wear down your opponent, and give the puck to Mikko. Which one? This is Team Finland. That's not helpful. Right. Sorry. Rantanen. Give it to Rantanen and be like, you know what you did against Colorado in the first round? Yeah, okay, do that.
Jesse, what stands out to you about the forward group?
I would like Oliver Kapanen to crack this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I think
over Halla?
What's that?
Over Halla, or you want him at
even
center?
Armia. Like, I feel like there's room for him. There's a dynamic young player who's coming into his own for Montreal. I think he can crack the lineup. It's a little light on the wings, in the wing depth. We just went from the Sweden team to this one. There's a noticeable drop-off, I would say, in the forward group, but I don't think they're so far down that it's still not a kind of 4-team tier at the top there with those
I think
teams.
Better centers than Sweden, but you're right. The
wings specifically, yeah. You have the star in Rantanen, but from there it's I think a noticeable drop off.
It's sharp.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's unfortunate that Barkov isn't on this team, because I think we look at it a little bit differently.
It would change a lot if you put Barkov there and you're pushing everybody around.
The one thing I would say is
Aho Lundell.
That's a different lineup.
Yeah.
I look at this lineup, and it is guys who are mostly in their primes or just out of it. I wonder if a guy like, if they allow, like if Barkov is here, is Lettinen who's in the press box, or is Kapanen here, right? It might open up an opportunity for a guy like Oliver Kapanen, because he might not have been on this squad otherwise. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now on the defense part, this is a pretty nasty group. I think the one area I'm curious about is their mobility. Obviously, Heiskanen and Lindell, you're not worried about that. Mikkola is a total bastard. Ristolainen is a lot of things, but he's not known to be mobile, puck-moving defenseman that I think he was built to be coming out of junior.
He can move the puck, but
Of questions.
I don't know how well he does it anymore.
And you got to remember, too, like we're grading these guys against Canada, United States, Sweden. Like this is the best of the best. And then Mata Yokiharu, they're just going to be tough. So I think defensively responsible.
Finland's D, to me, has one of the biggest X factors in the entire tournament. Lindell with Heiskanen is the biggest difference for any of the 4 teams from the 4-nation face-off because not Dallas, sorry. Might as well be Dallas. Finland did not have Heiskanen.
Right.
Huge factor. You could argue McAvoy with the States as well, Quinn Hughes with the States as well. But Finland missed Heiskanen.
Huge.
I would argue more than the States missed those guys, right? Like Finland was scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yep.
Right? Especially because it was only NHL players allowed to play in that tournament. The fact they have Heiskanen and the fact he gets to play with Lindell, huge advantage for them.
Jesse, do you roll that Lindell Heiskanen pairing like 30 minutes a game against top teams? Like, because that's I think what they're going to have to do.
Yeah, this is a team where I think that 7th defenseman really comes into play in Montempalo. Like he's going to get some playing time, I would assume, with the other defensemen rotating that. But you have a clear number 1 pair who's going to be responsible for the top guys on the other team. And unfortunately, against a team like Canada, if you're like, hey, this is the McDavid shutdown line, then you're leaving McKinnon or the Crosby line to the other guy.
Yep.
So a team like that is going to be able to get around something like this. But this pair is going to really dominate some of the other teams in their group.
Underrated possibility, Mikko Lehtinen for the power play.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Now, in goal, none of the 3 NHL goalies that they have a save percentage above 900 this year.
What's UPL? Because he's supposed to be on the team. Can't make it. He's injured.
He's obviously much better, I would think. I'm pulling him up now too. He's got a 903.
There you go. So they should have.
Korpisalo 893, Lankinen 876. Man, first year of that contract too. And then 892 for UC Saros. Listen, UC Saros has been phenomenal his career. Kevin Lankinen was phenomenal last year. Eunice Korpisalo, for me, has never been my favorite goalie, but he's the 3rd goalie anyway.
Big bounce back season, though. Mm-hmm. You know?
Korpisalo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that whole team.
I mean, yeah.
Low bar.
I mean, he's got the exact same save percentage this year as he did last year.
Yeah,
so I don't think
what's the record?
It's not that different. He was 10.
Really?
He was 11, 10, and 3. He's now 10, 8, and 2. No, it's Swayman that's driving that bus.
I guess, yeah.
But he's not going to play. Like it's Saros and Lankinen.
It's Saros' net.
Yeah,
I think with this team, we've kind of reached the one where it's like clear number 1. We're not even having a conversation. Yusuf Saros, when he's at his peak, one of the best goalies in the league, and this is his net.
And he had a recent good run with Nashville, right? They were in the playoff picture. They were sort of falling out of it again, but we'll see what happens. I still think he's a better goalie than his numbers show.
Yes.
Much better.
Yeah, and I feel like he'll rise to the occasion here, not unlike Jordan Binnington, where if Saros is going to have a really good team in front of him, and he'll look good.
Kevin Lankinen, 12 save shutout against Italy.
Yeah, something like that's going to happen.
Okay, let's get down to power play and penalty kill. Lehkonen seems to be the 7th defenseman that's going to be, 7th player that's going to be, what are they? You can dress 13.
13 forward.
13 forward, 70.
Sorry, I'm still high on cold medication. Lehkonen is on power play 1, which is interesting. Hintz, Aho, Rantanen, Lehkonen, and Heiskanen, power play 1. Granlund, Luosterainen, Kakko, Lundell, and Lundell and Lindell on power play 2. And then I guess penalty kill, Halla, Teravainen, Lindell, Heiskanen. And then PK2 is Armia, Tolvanen, Mikkola, and Ristolainen. What do we think about the power plays? What do we think about the penalty kills, gentlemen?
For multiple reasons, I think Lehkonen and Rantanen on the same unit is very funny. Rantanen is the former Av, playing with his former Av teammate, but also, do you remember the mini scandal where I believe it was Lehkonen's dad, who is a media personality in Finland, was talking crap about Rantanen?
Yes.
In the press. Very interesting that they're now both representing Finland. Listen, that they can score. Lehkonen is super underrated in his role. Aho's always been a very underrated player. That top unit can score. I don't think we're going to see much of the second unit. And I think they're underrated penalty killers.
Jess?
Yeah,
Your
the
thoughts?
PK is some place I can see them really thriving. I think you got guys there who like do it for their teams, and they'll be able to manage against some of the better teams in this league, in this tournament.
And we talked about maybe taking Armia out. That's why you don't.
Yeah.
Like, he's been a pretty dependable penalty killer for a few years.
Miro Heiskanen, I think, is the way this team lives or dies, right?
He might play 45 minutes.
Yeah, he might. And I think for them to take down Sweden, he's going to have to. I don't think they're going to have any trouble against Italy. I think that's fair. They might run into something against the Slovaks, but it's Sweden. It's Sweden that's going to be... Heiskanen's going to have a Norris Trophy sort of game, right? And he can do that.
Can you do it for 6 or 7 games? That's
all you need.
It is.
And yes, he can. We know that.
And we are back. We are almost back from first intermission here as we kick off an early morning stream. I was saying earlier how it's very nice that I get to stream at this random time of the day because of the Olympics, and we get different people from different time zones with the ability to tune in to an SDPN stream. It's very fun. We got a super chat here, which brings up something very interesting. It's from Juggaland. They're making a Devil Wears Prada 2. I didn't know that was actually happening. I thought that was just like a tweet that somebody said that should happen. I didn't know it was actually happening. Is everybody excited for Devil Wears Prada 2? Juggaland says, glad to see Gardner score. Younger talent needs more ice time to grow. Gardner getting 6 minutes in the U.S. game was baffling. And then they don't agree with Larocque being on the team. I think an issue with Team Canada is the age of this squad. Like, I think that's undeniable at this point, that maybe an injection of young talent, and not even an injection of young talent, but just using the younger talent a little bit more would be helpful. But I don't trust that Troy Ryan is going to adjust here. I'm not the biggest fan of him as a coach, and I would just love if he would use some of the younger players a little bit more. Juggaland, I do not disagree with you at all. All right, we are back in action here. They get underway really quickly here at the Olympics. They don't waste time with a lot, and we have a puck drop and a little bit of action here to kick off this second period. Sarah Fillier is down. This is not good. Sarah Fillier looks like she's injured her arm and is going to the bench. We are going to need an update on that one. Oh no. She's immediately going to the back. This is awful. Oh no. Oh no. It was her shoulder. Sarah Fillier hurts her shoulder going down to the ice and immediately goes right to the back to the dressing room. That's tough. This hasn't been this is not great. MPP is still out. If you were not aware, Marie-Philippe Poulin is not playing here today. Injured in game 2, has not seen action since. Troy Ryan did say that after a couple more days, she should be fine, and that when Canada reaches the medal round, she'll be healthier to play. And if this was a gold medal game next week, she should be in that lineup. But you never know with injuries. And this Sarah Fillier one does not look good. Here's a chance by Finland. Good save by Debian there. That make it to the net? Was it blocked? Stoppage of play here. Steeson says, Devil Wears Prada 2 too Prada, too devilish. That's what they really should have gone with. Let's be honest. Oh, they're showing the affiliate slide. Ah, that's ugly. Ow, 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 ow. She went hard into the boards there. All right, face off here. 1805. Oh! Is that Sarah Fillier coming out on the bench? No need for a funeral anymore. Sarah Fillier is back on the bench. Woo! Relief. Relief is all I feel right now. Sarah Fillier is back on the bench. Let's go. Let's go. Whether she got just, I don't want to imply, it's the Olympics, you can't take anything, but maybe she took an Advil. Maybe she took an Advil for that hurting shoulder. Either way, she's able to stomach the pain that she was clearly feeling moments ago. The shoulder might be a little numb right now when the trainers got to work on it. They've made it all right and enough for her to play with. So she is out there back on the bench. Finland here pressuring. The shot on goal. It's loose in front. They can't bang home the rebound. They're still threatening though. Puck stays in the zone. Canada doing really great job here on defense. Not allowing Finland to get to the net. Puck's now in the corner. Circles around. Finland weak shot. Misses the net. Goes around the back. They're still in the zone though. The shift has lasted quite a while in the offensive zone for Finland. Canada finally able to clear it. Wow. Great pressure there from Finland. Here again. This time entering the zone with speed. Shot goes high over the net. Desbiens doesn't have to make a save there. Finland looking good this early part of the second period. Couple great chances for them. Canada, though, coming back the other way. Finland coming through the neutral zone. There's a break and a chance to break away for Finland. Desbiens with the save. Oh my goodness. Emma Newtonen comes in on a breakaway, not able to beat Desbiens, who has been excellent so far. Again a shot. Pad save by Desbiens. Finland gets the puck off the board, sends it back to the blue line. Shot from the blue line. Desbiens gloves it. Wow. 3 saves in a row by Desbiens. Newtonen on the break. Oh, they're showing the replay here. Great save by Desbiens there. Newtonen again had a chance there. Saved by Desbiens, then a shot from the blue line that's easily gloved. 3 saves. Great stuff by Desbiens to keep this score 1-0 for Canada. Finland looking like the better team here in the second period. We can't take these teams lightly. Canada needs a good game here to bounce back after that effort against the Americans. Julia Gosling, her shot there was easily handled by the Finnish goaltender. Puck is dropped, and Finland wins that face-off draw, and they're taking it to the other end. Yo, shut up, Brew Guy, who said, hello, is Jesse butchering Finnish today? Yes, I am. Okay? I am doing that. Canada here, coming back the other way. Shot on goal, easily saved. Rebound. That's Blair Turnbull with the shot there, saved again. Ahola. Finish. How much did I butcher that? I don't like saying it because I know it's not the greatest. But Ahola, the Finnish goaltender, she's doing a great job today. There's an icing by Canada. Puck's going back to the other end for the face-off draw. We need to talk about this effort from the Canadians here in the second period because it has not been everything it should be right now. They need a... They're getting caught by the speed of the Finnish team. I don't know if they expected Finland to be this fast, but I see them in their transitions, and they're very easily getting within the Canadian defenders and making it look real easy. Emma Malte steals the puck in the neutral zone. She's all in alone. Oh, with the save. Oh, Malte with a breakaway chance. Can't score. I'm just talking about speed. There's a little rush from Malte. Breakaway chance. Can't finish it. Dang. I also want a lineup of 12 Emma Maltes. Bailey. She's been one of the best players in this tournament for this Team Canada. She's always bringing energy when she is on the ice. There's not a moment she's not hustling. There's not a moment she's not moving her legs. And I'd love to see that out of more players on Team Canada. Emma Malte's been great. You can't knock her performance here. Speed is an issue with this Team Canada team. There's no denying it. Speed is an issue. The USA team, blistering. Canada couldn't skate with them. They're skating right now to a 1-0 lead. Thank you for hanging out. 9:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Steve Dangle's coming up in 1 hour, streaming Team Canada's men's team's first game of the Olympics. It's going to be one hell of a game to see all of those all-stars on the ice again together like they were at Four Nations. I was asked earlier who I think is going to score. My anytime goal bets are going with Connor McDavid and Cale Makar. That's who I think are going to get goals today from Team Canada's men's team. They're showing Troy Ryan on the screen. Troy Ryan, I got beef with you. I got beef with your deployment of this team and what you're doing here. All right, puck is dropped there. Finnish team wins the faceoff. And as they've done so often this game, sending pucks in from the blue line to try and generate some offense, This one does not sneak through, though. Canada comes the other way. Little chance Laura Stacey can't find Turnbull in front, but Canada here can get something going after that rush chance by Turnbull and Stacey. Ambrose, Shelton, shot there, can't make it through to the front of the net, blocked by Finland. The threat by Canada has been neutralized by Finland. Here's another threat, though. Chance coming in. That's Sophie Jakes with a shot. Save. Rebound in front. Kristen O'Neill looking for it. Sophie Jakes can't finish that chance in front either. Ahola with a save. Ahola, no stick. Canada needs to throw something on net. Ahola off balance, no stick. Throw it on net. They're cycling the puck here, looking for something. They're looking for something too perfect here. Block shot. At least there's a chance. There's a shot. It's blocked. Ahola again makes the save. Daryl Watts had a chance there in front. Ahola doesn't make or makes the save without her stick. No trouble there. Great stuff from the Finnish goaltender. Are the goalies that Canada plays good, or is Canada making the goaltenders in this tourney look good? Emma Malte here, using those legs that she always does. They're always moving. Can't get that through. Natalie Spooner can't follow up there. Puck's behind the Canadian net. And it's played by Debian. And that's going to be an icing, as Malte can't catch up to that puck there. Oh, Robert Malloy says something very important. Hit like. I have not asked you to hit like this entire stream. This is the first time I'm asking you. Can you do me that favor and hit like on this stream? I really appreciate it. A like is something very simple that you can do that really helps the growth of these videos and these streams and this channel. And if you really want to support us and help us, you can hit subscribe on the channel. It's free to do. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing but a little bit of support and leaving a little place in your heart for SDPN. That's what's going to cost you. The tiniest piece of your heart needs to be left for SDPN if you hit subscribe. And that's it. That's it. Emma Malte comes in, and we're going to have Ahola cover the puck here at under 9 minutes left here in the second period. Finland start off real strong. Real strong in this period. Couple chances. Debian, great stuff from her to keep this game 1-0. Canada then has had the more chances as of late. Last couple minutes has looked good from them after the slow start. We'll see who can take control of the last half of the second period. Malte does need some help out there. Okay. I'm going to write down on this whiteboard a name of a, let's start with current Toronto Maple Leaf. And you're going to guess in the chat who's on my whiteboard. Let's play a little game here. You get no prize, except you do get a prize. I will hit the raccoon dancing button in your honor if I see your comment correctly guess the Toronto Maple Leaf on my whiteboard. I'm going to give you no hints. I'm just going to flip the board and tell you who it is. Maybe I'll do an X Leaf and we'll play like 21 questions or something. But whiteboard, name a guy. Robert Malloy coining the name of this game. Name a guy. Pick any man. That's good. That's good. Well done, Robert. We're calling this game Pick Any Man. Also, I should have the TikTok sound. What is a man doing here? So you're gonna pick a man. Does everybody have enough time to pick a man? Pick any man on the current Toronto Maple Leafs. The man I have written down. Well done, Jonah. Jonah Haw. What is your last name? I'm just gonna call you Jonah. I didn't catch your last name. Said it first. Joseph Woll. The dancing raccoon is yours, Jonah. This is the man I have chosen in your honor. Joseph Woll. Congratulations. You win the first round of Pick Any Man. There is the dancing raccoon. And you know what? Let's throw in a little confetti as well. Well done. Kristen O'Neill wins that face-off draw. We are back in action here. Canada is able to hold the zone there at the blue line, which is great to see. They hold the blue line there. They wrap it around the back. Sarah Fillier out in front. That's a goal for Team Canada! Sarah Fillier finds Daryl Watts out in front, and Canada's up 2-0. Beautiful play. You love to see it. There we go. There we go. That's what you like to see. One more time for Team Canada. Bring in that goal horn. Sophie Jakes, shot from the blue line. Sarah Fillier is able to wrap around the back of the net and then find Daryl Watts out in front for the 2-goal lead for Team Canada. Beautiful, beautiful. Great pass by Fillier there to find Daryl Watts. That's more like it. That's the finish we know Team Canada has. That's the finish we know Daryl Watts has. Good shot on Watts. 7:30 left in the second period now. 2-0 Team Canada. Let's get 2 on that board there. Let's bring it back in. There it is. If you missed it earlier, Team Canada picked up a silver medal from Elliot Grondin. Am I saying that correctly? Elliot Grondin? Elliot picked up silver in snowboard cross, snow cross in the final. Barely missed out on gold. We watched it live during the first intermission because they were showing it. Here's a chance for Canada. Shot by Julia Gosling. Save there. Canada's able to maintain possession, though. Kristen O'Neill gets that puck. That's a shot, and that's a goal. My goodness, Kristen O'Neill having one hell of a game here. She's able to wire this one home. From the top of the face-off dot, screen out in front by Julia Gosling. Kristen O'Neill walks up, takes a shot, C&I shot. It looks like it was tipped. Gardner did a fantastic job getting to the front. Julia Gosling did even better job screening the goalie of Ahala. That's Canada's second goal of the period, third goal of the game. It's 3-0 Canada. Hit that button. Let's get a little dancing raccoon for everybody. That line of Gosling, O'Neill, and Gardner. Troy Ryan, please. If you care about society, keep playing them. Keep playing them. There we go. Like, this feels more like Team Canada, right? Great shot by Kristen O'Neill. It looked like it bounced off something in front. So I don't know. I don't think it was Gosling. I think it was the Finnish defender there. Definitely a redirect. But good job throwing it on the net. Great job by everybody on that play. Love to see it. Kristen O'Neill, earlier, if you missed it, if you're just waking up, if you're just at work, whatever you're doing, if you're just turning this on, had a fantastic play on a gaff by the Finnish defender who missed and swung through on a puck, and it went down to the other end, and she was able to hustle down, retrieve the puck, makes a beautiful play to throw it to the middle. Jen Gardner's following the play up the ice, gets to the middle of the slot, finishes the goal. Now on this one, O'Neill's at the top of the face-off dot and throws the puck on net, aiming to shoot and score, gets a bounce, and that one is in the back of the net. That's a third goal for Canada, 3-0. This score feels a lot better than yesterday's game. Shout out Justin Fisher, who is here right now hanging out. Justin said, I told y'all Canada was better than they showed against the U.S. Not much better, but better. Hey, today is going much better. Today is much better than yesterday. Shots are 17-8 for Team Canada. They are pressuring here real quick. Sarah Fillier can't find anybody on that centering pass, but Sarah Fillier with speed into the zone there. Oh, little bit of a miscue there by Team Canada. They lose the puck, and Finland's going to take it the other way. But they don't make anything of it, which is great. That is what you'll want to see out of a mistake. Here's a puck that's bouncing around. It's going to be gloved and covered by the Finnish goaltender. Canadian Lovely says, just got here. Is MPP back in the lineup? Thank you for tuning in, Canadian Lovely. You are lovely for tuning in. Hit like while you are here. Hit subscribe if you truly want to like the channel. MPP is not in the lineup today. Troy Ryan spoke earlier, said that she was able to skate with the trainers in the morning time, but is not quite ready to go. But he is confident that with a few more days of rest, she will be fine. So MPP will be back in this tournament. If Canada makes it deep enough, which they will, because they are automatically advanced to the knockout stage. So we can expect Marie-Philippe Poulin to enter one of these games here for the elimination portion of the women's tourney, whether that is the semifinals, whether that is the gold medal game. Who knows? But she will be back at some point here for Team Canada, which is great news. We had a little scare earlier with Sarah Fillier getting an injured shoulder. She was able to return to the bench, and she has returned to action and has been very effective since her return. Team Canada here winning that face-off draw. Claire Thompson gets the puck. Can't find Kristen O'Neill in front, who has been all over this place. This is the line. This is the line you lean on right now. They've looked the best in this game. Gosling, O'Neill, and Gardner have been fantastic. Here they are out on the ice again, pressuring this Finnish team and the Finnish goaltender in Ahola, making this thing difficult for her. Love what we've seen out of O'Neill, Gosling, and Gardner. Sarah Nurse out there in the corner, falling down a little. Canada maintains possession here. Getting a little bit of offensive pressure. Sarah Nurse hit the post there. Puck's going the other way, though. Finland is able to corral it off the crossbar, as Albert rightly corrects me. This game's a lot better than yesterday. Oh, 2-on-1 for Finland here. Debian with the save. Great job from Debian. She's been sitting back for a little bit here. Not a lot of action at that end of the ice. And then surprising 2-on-1 for Finland. And Debian is able to shake off any rust she developed while Canada was pressuring with the offense for a large portion of this second half of the second period there, and is able to make a nice save. Finland coming back the other way, crossing over the blue line. Shot on, is it offsides, or is that puck just up over the glass? All right, we got a face off here. Oh yeah, it was offside at the line because the face-off is outside of the zone there. Yeah, as we have a chat here from Bailey saying, making every save she needs to, I commend you, ADR. That's the thing. Like, whenever you've needed her in this game, there's a sequence when she made 3 saves in a row. Beautiful. And then on that 2-on-1, she makes the save. Oh, Laura Stacey, one-timer, save by Ahola. Great chance by Canada there. Laura Stacey can't beat the Finnish goaltender, though. Great pad save. Great chance by Stacey there. I think it was Ambrose who got her the puck. Canada looking good in this second. They've gotten their legs. They haven't let the speed of Finland control them like they did during the first portion of this second period where Finland had all of the offense. They've really found a way to counteract this. It's been great. They're showing Sophie Jakes there. What was that call? Oh, just puck out of play? They're showing highlights of Sophie Jakes here and how effective she's been on the back end. It's been great. Oh, puck's going down to the other end for this face-off draw. Finland wins it back. Shot there. Rebound. Not cleaned up by Finland, but stays in the zone. Uh-oh. That puck was a little loose for a second. Spooner there. Along the boards. Does win the puck battle for Canada. Francois Labelle with the super chat. Francois Labelle, streaming regular. We need a little love for Francois with a little confetti on the screen. Francois writes, don't tell my boss I'm watching here. I work from home for an international company. My team is US based. Go Canada, go. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you are, whether you are working from home, whether you are at work, whether you're in another time zone where you're off work, whether you work at different working hours. No matter where you are, I appreciate your presence here on this stream. Hit like on this stream if you want to support it. Hit subscribe if you really want to support it. Bailey says, Spooner dogging the puck on the wall, looking very nice-like. That's Spooner's specialty. She is just so good in front of the net, so good along the boards. You can't push her off the puck. That's why, like on the power play, you park her in front and she cleans up everything. 5 seconds here left in the period. Canada trying to get one last chance here. They throw it on goal. Are they going to let the clock run out? It's a save by Ahola. And 0.4 seconds. She covers the puck there. And we have a super chat gifting. Gifted memberships from Francois Labelle in English. Francois Labelle gifts 5 SDP memberships. Thank you. Thank you, Francois. Period number 2 is over. Canada, 2 goals that period, making their lead 3-0 at the end of 2. If you received a gifted membership from the incredible Francois Labelle, please thank them in the chat. That is the least you can do for your new SDP VIP membership. With SDP VIP, you get a new episode of the Steve Dangle podcast every single week. A bonus episode. Not just a new one, but a bonus one. All right, I just wiped off the Name a Man whiteboard. And we will open up a pack of Tim Hortons hockey cards here. We're going to open up a pack of Tim Hortons hockey cards. They are available at your local Tim Hortons. We actually pulled, last time out, a very rare card. So I'm going to pull up. I had this earlier. I had this last stream. I was going through some of the numbers on what these cards cost. Okay, so this is from a website called CanadianHockeyCards.com. I'm going to throw it on screen for you, just so you can see what we pulled last time out. So let me just make that a little smaller. Let me make it a little bigger so you can actually read it. Okay. So CanadianHockeyCards.com, they priced out, let me hop in screen. They priced out some of the cost of the more rare Tim Hortons hockey cards. Also, Justin Fisher gifting 5 SDP VIP memberships. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate that. Appreciate you tuning in ahead of Steve's stream and joining us here in the chat. CanadianHockeyCards.com says that our pull here of Stone and Marchessault is worth $22. So you can see it's holographic. Both of them are on the card there. Oh, that's cool. You can see them moving. It's a duos card. We pulled this one earlier in this stream. If you weren't here, we did that. We also have this duos card. This is Sarah Nurse and Natalie Spooner. You see, can you see that? There's Spoonie and Nursey. Cutlery and Nursey. Cutlery and Hospital. Is that? Can we do that? Cutlery and Hospital. Nursey and Spooner. And then Mark Stone and Jonathan Marchessault. Some guys who played for Vegas at one point in their lives. So this one's worth $35, and this one's worth $22. We've earned back the money spent on the hockey cards. Because we got a bunch of packs here, but like they're only a couple bucks at Tim Hortons. So yeah, a couple of those cards, rare ones, we've earned back some of that money. I'm looking for a donut card, to be honest. Would love a Boston cream. Steeson says $22 can buy many donuts. Yes, it can, and that's what I need. The donut card should be $100, says Francois Labelle. I would love a donut card. I've pulled definitely over 40 cards at this point. Like, because I've opened probably 15 packs at this point, and there's 3 cards per pack, so lot of cards, 0 donuts. We are looking for a Sidney Crosby signed card. We are looking for a Nathan McKinnon signed card. There's 29 of those. There's 87 of the Crosby cards. There's $250 gift cards to Tim Hortons, and there's like 1,000 donut cards, and we haven't had any of them. So I'm going to do this secretly with you, secretly in the way that like I don't know what I'm going to pull before you do. So we're all going to learn at the same time what card it is. The middle card is the special card. The one on the front and the one on the back are the base cards. So we're going to pull the base cards first. This base card is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I think I have a Nuge already. He played in the World Championship in 2018. There he is there. There's the Edmonton Oiler Nuge. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Okay. So we got a Nuge base card. Next up, our other base card is Sidney Crosby. Hey! This is the first Crosby. Okay. That's one hell of a base card. We got the Crosby one. It is not signed, unfortunately. It's just the regular card, but that is the Crosby card. That's unreal. Okay. We have a Crosby. I'm going to put that there and put that in the book. And then our special card in the middle is the Eric Lindros gold medalist card. We don't get a signed card. We don't get a donut card, but we do get an Eric Lindros gold medalist card, which is pretty darn cool. It says on the back, representing Canada at the Olympics for the 3rd time, Lindros scored a power play goal to help his country win gold in Salt Lake City, Utah in 2002. That 2002 team was really good. That was a fun Olympics. That was a great team. Okay, so couple highlights there. Sidney Crosby card and the Eric Lindros card, and Nuge is there too. So we're going to put the Sidney Crosby card in the booklet. I can't really do it while facing the screen, but I'll do it here. You got to start left to right. The card is card 1 out of the collection. So here in the collection, you can see they have all the names. You can't really see it. It's a little small for the screen. But they have all the names marked here. The first card in the collection is Sidney Crosby base card. So there you go. That's the one we got. That's why I put it number 1 in the book. Get it at your local Tim Hortons. Pulling hockey cards is so much fun. I got to go pick up like a regular pack just so we can do this more often on screen. Okay. Yeah, there is Nuge too. It's just, we got Nuge. Lindros and Crosby. Like, what are we talking about here? We got Lindros and we got Crosby, and then there's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Okay. Edmonton, I love you. We're going to go to a clip here from the Steve Dangle podcast where we previewed a team on the men's side. So the men's tournament kicked off yesterday. The Canadian men's kick off in 30 minutes. And we're going to see a clip of us previewing one of the teams from this tourney. I'm going to play that, and then I will be back for the rest of the live stream, which is the third period of the Canada game against Finland in English, the women's side of the Olympic bracket.
This is a pretty good time to mention that we've got our Olympic picks via Spark. You can click on it right now. We've all got our graphics done, or our brackets done. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. And I have to say, the team we're moving to next is Team USA, and I think they've got the easiest group. Easily the easiest group. And so they might be a sleeper to be the number 1 seed in the tournament because of it. Like sure. It's a really, really easy go. And they got a great team. Let's go through the lines here. Tkachuk, Eichel, Tkachuk. So Brady on the left, Matthew on the right.
That's that Four Nations line that really worked for them.
It sure did.
Although they did have Matthews between them for a while as well.
I mean, then I think he got swapped out because it wasn't working better. It wasn't working better than what Eichel was doing.
Right.
They could have iced it 3 times in overtime, that line, and, well, didn't.
Line 2 is, I'm just pulling it up here, Gensel, Matthews, Boldy. Line 3, Connor left, Larkin center, Tage Thompson right.
That's a real good line.
And then fourth line, no BS himself, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, Civil War veteran, and Jack, I can't squeeze my stick Hughes. Now, it's going to be, that is going to be an interesting line.
One thing we're leaving off these rosters, if I'm not mistaken, in the Olympics, you're allowed to dress 13 forward, 7D.
Yes.
So you're not necessarily, they're not on top of the blender. There's also like
an
chaos
extra guy
you could just throw in.
Yep. On defense, we'll just go with the starters because it's easier. Quinn Hughes, Charlie McAvoy, Slavin Faber, Sanderson, Werenski. What an unbelievable defense group. That is so great.
Werenski on your third pair is psychotic.
Now, you still have Vinny Trocheck, Jackson Lacombe, Clayton Keller, and Noah Hannafin sitting in the press box. And it's interesting. The goalie situation for me here is very, very interesting because Connor Hellebuck has not had the best year this year. I mean, he did win the Vezina and the Hart last year, but this year's not been so great. Ottinger's been better. Swayman's been incredible. You have to think Connor Hellebuck's going to get first start, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the United States move some other guys in there too.
I'd be pretty surprised if once they're playing elimination games, he doesn't play all of them.
Hellebuck?
Yeah. I'd trust Otter. I'd trust Swayman, but like
Jesse,
you have Hellebuck
Jesse,
for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Of those 3 goalies, who's been the furthest in the playoffs?
Jake Ottinger. No, Jeremy Swayman. No.
Jake Ottinger.
Jake Ottinger.
Yeah, I asked you because he's your guy.
Sorry.
He's one of Jesse's guys.
I had to think about it for a second.
And of those 3, who has, fairly or unfairly, a reputation of not getting it done in big games?
Kind of all of them. A little bit.
Okay, but like what round are we talking, Steve?
Hellebuck.
And so that is that. Listen, I'm not saying that's fair, and I'm not saying that's going to continue.
Either. I'm not either.
But I'm just saying the results have been what they've been in Winnipeg, and I'm curious about how Team USA looks at that. I mean, I love Connor Hellebuck. He's my favorite goalie in the league. But I think you got to ask the question. Mm-hmm. I mean, these are the best players in the world. You got to kind of pick and choose. Yeah. So do you give Connor Hellebuck the first start? I guess it doesn't even matter in the play-in round because to me, again, they have the easiest group. Group C is insane.
Who is it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. Hang on. All right, give me a sec. It is Spark. And then I'm going to the International Hockey Tournament. And then I'm going into the groups. USA, Germany, Latvia, Denmark. Don't. Listen.
Latvia's always a sneaky hard out.
They always punch above their... And I'm glad Canada's not in their group. Germany's got Leon Draisaitl, Tim Stützle, Philip Grubauer. I get it.
JJ Peterka, how dare you?
And JJ Peterka. And, the Danes are good. But, look at the rest. Like Slovakia, Finland, Sweden. That's a tough one. Canada at least has Czechia and Switzerland. Switzerland also punches above their weights and surprises people.
Poor Italy, dude.
Yeah, Italy got a rough division.
That's
United States.
Rough.
If everything goes well, the United States should roll that division.
Yes, they should.
They should absolutely win every game 5-0. Maybe Germany gets a couple on.
5-0's aggressive.
Yeah.
Well,
Germany's going to score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Germany's going to be
They're going to
decent.
score.
all right. Well,
JJ Paterka was just on.
I know.
Show some love to Germany.
I'm saying Germany gets through. I'm just
AJ Hat Turka.
that's DJ
Yeah.
DJ Turks as we know him.
How did he get that?
I wonder. You know what? I'll ask him next time. I think the United States needs to roll this division, or I'm going to have questions. And I don't know. Here's the thing about the United States. Their toughest game to me is going to be against either Latvia or Germany. I think it's probably more Germany than Latvia. Latvian goaltending is always insane, though, at international tournaments. So if your toughest matchup is Germany, your best chance to evaluate your goaltender is against Stützle and Draisaitl and those guys, and Paterka. And so
Yeah.
whoever you put in that game, I think, is the guy that you're going, this is when we go into the play-in rounds. Yeah. Like when we're going into the bracket.
Can I say something about the USA's lineup?
Yeah.
Left wing there, fourth line. Jason Robertson would look fantastic there instead of
Man.
JT Miller.
I don't get it.
Robertson, Nelson, Hughes.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense to me than Miller, Nelson, Hughes.
You know, the other thing, Jess, is that puts that would make the USA's like top, like all their left wingers be like 40 goal scorers. I know Brady hasn't got there yet, has he? But Gensel, Connor, regular 40 goal scorers. Robertson there too. That would be sick.
You know what Miller has? 2 healthy hands.
Yeah, Jack Hughes.
Like you could be justified doing Miller, Nelson, Trocheck or something like that. I'm not saying it's great or even the best option, but like I just don't know. The Devils didn't medically clear Jack Hughes, and then a couple days later he's off to Italy. There's a lot of questions there.
I think those are all fair questions. I don't think anybody's going to doubt that.
You think there's some friction there in New Jersey?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It's pretty weird. I mean, it's Jack Hughes. Like he's got crazy game-breaking ability, and on the fourth line, you basically, I mean,
That
just don't screw up.
it's going to be a what if they don't win. If they do win, even if the USA gets into the finals or wins bronze, silver or bronze, people are going to be Jason Robertson should have been there. If they win gold, no one's going to say shit. That's what it is. And
Stamkos should have been on the 2010 team for Canada.
yeah,
No one cares.
Doesn't matter
no
anymore.
one cares.
Nobody cares.
I look at that defense though, and I'm like, that is the most mobile,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
ugly. Like that is going to be not fun for anybody to play.
silly.
All of those guys are the best defensemen on their team, and all of those guys are top 10 defensemen in the league.
Well, 2 of the guys are on the same team, so that's kind of impossible.
Oh, that's true.
I still want Canada's D ahead of this one.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm giving them the slight edge.
Werenski Sanderson is the third pair.
that's what I'm saying. Like I know I love Shea Theodore is amazing, but like, if Sanheim's the guy that's our 6th guy, and I like Travis Sanheim a lot, but we're talking about the best of the best. All of those defensemen are better than Travis Sanheim. All of them.
The 7D and 13 forwards that you can dress throws me off. Like it was really throwing me off doing the women's game stream on Saturday because like I can't do line combinations. Just know they're coming out in my head because they're all kind of jangled up. Right, they're throwing out this extra forward, and I wonder if these teams are going to utilize this because everything looks different if you're using Hannafin in the game as like an extra D to throw in there to break up ice times.
Yeah,
like I think it's a big X factor that we haven't really thought about.
Yeah, like, do you genuinely get them into the mix?
Yeah.
Or do you just say, hey, like you're sit there, you're break in case of emergency.
Yeah.
No, you're playing.
And then, but it's like, then do you want them sitting there all game and cold, and then you're throwing them out like maybe at the start of a second intermission? It's like, okay, we're coming out of the second. Now you're going to be a part of the rotation. Or it's like somebody's tired in the third, and then now we're going to use you.
Yeah,
like,
you spent too much time on the shorthanded or something.
NHL
it's
coaches talk about the 11-7 setup like it's the bubonic plague. Like they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And now you're giving them a bench with 2 extra guys. Like it's and like I'm not saying this within the context of the United States. It's interesting to navigate for everyone.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think Canada goes 7 deep better than the USA goes 7 deep.
Yep. Yeah,
That's just me.
I could see that. I do have, again, I think we can. I think it's just a question of whether we will. The United States has a great team. Should lap that field in Group C, but we'll see. You got to play the games.
Goal horns off. There we go. Dancing Raccoons back on the screen. We are almost ready for puck drop in the third period. Canada's up 2-0. 3-0, I should say, in this game. They've scored 2 goals in the second period to push their lead to 3-0. Looks a lot better than it did against the Americans. And Renee Desbiens has been solid for Canada in this game, made a lot of good saves. Every save she should have made, she has made this game, which is all you can ask out of your goaltender, right? They've dropped the puck here in the third. We're going to play another game of Name That Player, Name That Man, Pick Any Man momentarily. Rick Smith says Sarah Fillier out with hand injury. Is that true? She didn't come back. She's not out for the third. Is that can we get a confirmation on that one? Oh yeah. Yeah, no. The broadcast is saying Fillier has not returned for the third period. Wow. Wow. That's not fun. That's not great for Canada. I hope it's not too serious. With MPP already out, you don't want to miss more important players from your lineup. Canada here. Oh, my gosh, out of nowhere, Emily Clark with a wraparound. And she scores. Ahola, I think, caught off guard, though. Canada working the puck behind the boards there. Emily Clark gets it right behind the net, comes out in front. I think shocks the world, shocks me that she's able to turn around and make this play so quickly. Ahola clearly not ready for the play. Emily Clark with her first of the tourney very quickly in this third period. Canada adds to their lead. It's 4-0. 18:35 left. Turnbull wins a good little puck battle there to get that puck over to Emily Clark, who then finishes it off with a nifty wraparound. Oh, yeah, she caught everybody off guard. Beats the defender there, too. And then to celebrate, we have gifted memberships by Francois Labelle, who's always out there gifting memberships. 4-0 Canada now in this game. One of their best games of this tournament. There it is, 4-0 in the third. Sarah Fillier has not played in this third period, is not on the bench after injuring her hand. MVP, as you know, did not start. Spooner and Malte trying to dig a puck out of the feet of the Finnish defender, who's along the boards there. They do come away with it. Now Spooner gets in there and fishes it out. Canada is able to maintain possession here in the offensive zone. Looking real good in this third period. I worry about the speed of these other teams taking advantage of Canada, but Canada has been able to neutralize Finland's speed after they came out flying in the second period. Finland now has been neutralized, and Canada has dominated ever since halfway through that second period. They had a really good first. Second period turns it around, and they have not looked back since. And it has not been close since. Francois Labelle with the super chat that says, "Go Canada, go." Thank you for that super chat. Finland here, 2-on-2, 2 forwards against 2 defensemen. They try and make a play, but that puck is tipped and sent into the corner. Finland here looks to be playing with a little less urgency. I think they kind of know their fate here in this game, and they don't seem to be playing with the same type of urgency that they had earlier in this game. That's also on the great defense by Canada, because Canada's been really smothering things when Finland tries to break out. Their defensemen have been jumping up, meeting the Finnish players at the blue line in the neutral zone as well, and they haven't let Finland establish anything. It's been fantastic. It's been a great effort from Canada so far. Steve Dangle is coming up on the SDPN YouTube channel in roughly 10-ish minutes. And we are ready to play another game of Name a Man. I asked Steve Dangle, who's coming up on the SDPN YouTube channel to stream Team Canada's men's first game, to name a random NHL player, a current NHL player. Shout out Soko, who became a SDP VIP member. Thank you for your channel membership. I appreciate it. I asked Steve Dangle to name a random NHL player, and he texted me this player. It is your job to guess who this player is in the chat. Now, you don't win a prize in the physical sense, but you do win a dancing raccoon on the screen in your honor. It will be your dancing raccoon. This player is not a Toronto Maple Leaf. This player has never played for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's all the hints you're getting right now. Start your guessing. If anybody ever guesses it, I will reveal. And then I'll give you some more hints as we go along. Those are your first 2 to start. As we are at 13:50 left in the third period, Canada has the puck in their own zone. That is a clean breakout for them, a clean zone entry for them, a wraparound attempt that is unsuccessful. It does go wide. Jocelyn Larocque almost got that pass there to finish it. We have a super chat here from EKNYR, EK New York Rangers, who says, thanks for this, Jesse. Are you guys going to be doing this for USA Latvia? I've got a 10-hour drive this afternoon. Need a way to listen. Yes, we are. Adam Wilde is streaming today. He is on the USA games. I'm on Canada's women's. Steve is on Canada men's. So Adam Wilde will be live this afternoon for USA Latvia. There's a stoppage in play as we have a puck out of the ice surface. No one so far has guessed the player that is on this board here. No one has guessed them. All right, you guys want more hints? First of all, they are a current player in the NHL. They're a current player on the NHL. I just want to pull up their DB to check to see when they were drafted. This player, was not drafted. There's a big hint. Was not drafted. They are 30 years old. Was not drafted. Interesting. Wow. Okay. When did they sign a contract? Yeah, no, they did that. They did that. 30 years old on the dot right now. They play for, let's narrow this down. They play for a Canadian team. They play for a Canadian team, was not drafted, 30 years old. I'm narrowing this down for you. Currently this season, they have 4 goals and 15 assists. You got enough info where you could Google this and put this together. Canadian team player, was not drafted, has 4 goals. 30 years old. Who's got it? Who's got it? Canada here loses that face-off draw, and Finland brings the puck back to the other end. Hyman is not correct. He's got more than 4 goals. How about this? They played... Oh! We have the correct answer. Fitbull. Fitbull has said it. It is Artem Zub, defenseman for the Ottawa Senators. Fitbull, well done. It is Artem Zub, and as promised, Fitbull, this dancing raccoon is for you. There it is. Yeah, hit that raccoon. All right. Artem Zoom was the player that Steve Dangle wanted you to guess. Ottawa Senator legend, Artem Zoom. We will play one more game of Name a Man at some point today. Zoob. That is a big dub by Fitbull. Well done. We got pretty deep into that without a correct answer. Canada brings the puck over the line. That's Laura Stacey coming in with the puck. Finland's able to get that, though, as she tried to send it along the boards. They play a little dump and no chase as Finland sends it deep and goes for a changer. Fitbull says, only way I knew is because I'm a Sens fan, unfortunately. You guys have a tough history. You guys have a tough history. Fitbull says, you're telling me. Here's Finland taking a weak shot on Anne-Renee Desbiens, ARD, who makes a nice pad save. That's only the second shot of the period for Finland, as we are halfway through the second period here. 10 minutes left in this contest. Finland can't maintain the zone. Here's Natalie Spooner bringing the puck in all by herself. 1-on-4. Has to circle back and can't make a play. Natalie Spooner taking on everyone by herself. Good little skate there from Cutlery. Uh-oh, we have a Claire Thompson bumping into the net incident. Apparently she's okay. All right, one more Name a Man. We doing one more Name a Man? / pick a player? / pick a man? Pick an NHLer, name an NHLer. We need to settle on a name for this. All right. We have a request here on the text messages for pick a player / name a man. I think Robert likes name a man. All right, so this is a random current NHLer. Name a guy, says Johnny. The random current NHLer has been written down on the whiteboard. I hope Claire Thompson's okay. She ran into the net. It's not great. I'm going to, before we get to any hints here, you can start guessing. Actually, let me do this here. David Perron is incorrect. As always, the prize is not a physical prize, but is a prize in my heart. And a playing of the Dancing Raccoon just for you. This player plays for an American team. Let's start there. They play for an American team. We will start there. That's your first hint as we watch some of the action go on here. Only 2 shots in this period, like I said, for Finland. They have not been threatening. If you guess the name of this random man, you will have a dancing raccoon in your honor, and a little confetti, and a round of applause. Brock Nelson is incorrect. Andrew Kopp is incorrect. Here's a play in the neutral zone by Finland to try and break the line. They cannot do it. This is a player on an American team. All right, next guess. Next hint, I should say, sorry. Their number is north of 70. Their number that they wear is north of 70. Canada here, threatening a little. They are, oh, Emily Clark, her second of the game. Emily Clark's able to pot her second of the game here. Who's that who dances in the middle of the... Oh, Laura Stacey goes to the center of the net, loses the puck. Emily Clark in the right position, follows up, and scores a goal to make it 5-0 Canada, her second goal of the day. Laura Stacey makes that play happen. Laura Stacey makes that play happen by driving to the net. And Emily Clark does the right thing. This is what they teach you in hockey. Go to the net. Go to the net. Follows up the play when Laura Stacey loses it, is able to beat Ahola, and we have a 5-0 lead for Team Canada. Little confetti on the board. Let's get that up there. All right. Please. Please. Lucky Leafs 80-48. Lucky Leafs 80-48. You didn't even let us get to hint number 3. It's Tyler Toffoli. Well done, Dancing Raccoon. Lucky Leafs, it is yours. Well done naming a random man. There it is. There's the raccoon dancing with Toffoli. Robert Malloy's Tyler Toffoli. Yes, there it is. Well done. Oh, there. Okay, he's done. We didn't even get that. We didn't even get that far. Nice guess, for sure. Well done naming a man, as Justin says. Johnny, there's plenty of time for name a woman. That's already a bit, though. That TikTok, I shouldn't even say that TikTok, that Billy on the street, that's an all-time bit. If you haven't seen it, Google it, name a woman. Billy on the street, he just goes up to people and he yells at them and he just says, name a woman. It's so good. All right, we are back in action here. Let me reset the clock for you. We got 5:45 left here in this game. Finland playing with the puck back in their own zone. Natalie Spooner pressuring the play is not making it easy on Finland. My goodness, Spooner taking the puck, is not quitting with a 5-0 lead. Finds Emma Malte, who can't hold the zone, unfortunately. I think Spooner caught everybody off guard by not quitting on this game. Well done. This has been a very fun morning with you all. We kicked this thing off at 8:30 a.m. and we've been here watching Team Canada do their thing against Finland in what we expect them to do against these teams, and that is dominate. Now, it wasn't from start to finish. There was a period in the second period where Finland looked good, but they were able to shut that down and make this thing not a contest. I actually have one more pack opening to do. I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. We're under 5 minutes left here, and I almost forgot we have a pack opening left. We've only done 2 so far, right? Like, we've only done 2. I always promise you 3 packs. So here we go. Before we run out of game time here, let's get this pack opened. We are looking for a donut card, a signed McKinnon card, a signed Crosby card. We're going to commercial break here. Let's do this reveal together. Base card, Steve Yzerman. I already have a couple of these. Steve Yzerman base cards. I've pulled, I think, 2 already. This is my 3rd one. Steve Yzerman base. Not that I don't love you, Stevie Y. President of the Red Wings, but I got you already. Stevie Y base cards, first card we pulled. Next one. So I'm gonna hold the middle one because the middle one's the special card. So I'm gonna do the first one. Alexis Lafreniere base card, which I already have. 2 cards we already have. If anybody wants them, I don't know how I'd send this to you, but you can have it. Lafreniere played at the World Championships in 2020, the World Juniors in 19, the Helinka Gretzky Cup in 18, the Underworlds in 18, and the World Under 17s in 17. Those are all these stats listed on the back here. Free donut has not been acquired just yet, and I've pulled probably over, what are we at now? Over 30 cards. Because over 10 packs, 3 a pack, that's over 30. I'm probably at like a dozen packs. So yeah, we're pushing 40 cards here, 0 donut cards, even though there's like 1,000 of them available. We did pull a very rare duos card, which is worth $22 earlier on this stream. If you missed it, that was a very fun pack pulling where we pulled that rare duos card. Final card here. Here is a Jordan Binnington Northern Stars card. That's kind of awesome. I don't know how much this one is worth. Maybe we can look this up. Look this one up after. There's probably not enough game time to quickly look it up. We'll see. But Northern Stars Jordan Binnington is our special middle card today for this pack. Not as good as the duos one, but hey, there it is. Binner, the starting goaltender in today's game for Team Canada, which is getting underway momentarily. Oh, that one's worth 10. Oh, that's a sick card. Pretzel Hunt says, that's a sick card, but damn, he sucks. You know, Jordan Binnington, not my favorite hockey player, but he won us the Four Nations, and Four Nations was a very important tournament to win. Plus, he is my goalie. He is your goalie if you're rooting for that thing there, or that thing there, or this thing here, or this thing here. If you are rooting for Canada, we are all Jordan Binnington fans for the next 2 weeks. Justin Fisher says, that card is worth 4 Nations champions. Let's go. Exactly. There's a little bouncing puck by Finland, and Debian does her thing and is able to squeeze that puck on a very tricky tip play by the Finnish forward in front. That's a great save. Debian, moments away here from, can I say it? Can I say the S word? If I say the S word, is everybody going to be upset? Is everybody going to be upset? Do you believe in the S word jinx? Do you believe in it? As the person who's watching this stream, am I allowed to scream the S word into this mic here? Oh my gosh. We got Butt Kicker says, I will abandon the stream. I don't know. I like to test fate. Why not? They're up 5-0. Yes, the S word is Steve, says Paige. The S word is Steve. What if I hit like on this video, hit subscribe on the channel, and I won't say the S word? How about that? Every time you like this video, I don't say the S word. We're running out the clock here with 1:30 left, 90 seconds left. Canada's kind of just has the puck in their own zone, not threatening to score, hanging out with the puck. Finland here now has it, trying to do a little dump and chase. They can't win the board battle behind the net. If you liked this video, I won't say the S word. And many of you have liked it, so I will keep quiet. How about that? How about that? Under a minute to go. A lot of lack of action this last 5 minutes as both teams have conceded that they just want to be healthy at the end of this thing. There's a shot on goal. Boom. 16th of the game for Finland, but Debian is able to squeeze it. Sorry, 17th of the game for Finland. Debian is able to squeeze that easily. It was a shot high, and she makes the save. We have 40 seconds left. Oh, no, they're going to do the face-off again. Nobody liked that face-off. They're going to regroup here. We're going to drop the puck one last time. X Infinity Fire says, I love how smooth and calm ARD is with it. She has been truly fantastic for Canada today. There were moments early on in this game, not late in this game, but early on in this game, where she had to make a couple really good saves. There's a sequence of 3 straight saves. You know, only 17 shots, but you can be sitting there for a while and get cold and slip up and not make a save. And That never happened to her. They got a great start from Debian. Emily Clark had a great game. Kristen O'Neill had a great game. Loved what I saw of Canada today. 21 seconds to go. One more face-off draw. That fourth line, that fourth line gets the 3 stars for me today. The Gosling, O'Neill, Gardner line. Emily Clark, too, will get some love, but I love what I saw out of that line. I thought they were the best line on the ice for Team Canada today. I don't think it was very close. Great individual performances, great goaltending. Team Canada here, seconds remaining. They have picked up the 5-0 victory over Finland. Well done. That is what you want after a very disappointing effort against the United States. Canada bounces back, and they got, I'm going to say it, now that it's official, you can't stop me, a shutout from Anne-Renee Debian. That is it. Go watch Steve. He is streaming the men's hockey team from Canada. They're playing their first game of the tourney. Thank you for hanging out this early morning. If you were here all along, if you tuned in for the end, I don't care what portion you watched from, as long as you were here at some point, I appreciate you. That is it. Go watch Steven. I will see you later.